To check whether there's a clear line of sight between any two hexes, simply trace a line between the two nearest corners. Provided that line doesn't touch an obstacle, then you have line of sight. And if the hexes are in a straight line, then the line of sight runs straight down the middle. Only obstacles, such as trees, walls or buildings, can block line of sight, nothing else. I like to imagine stretching a length of elastic between the two hexes. When taut, that will snap to the nearest corners, or the nearest edges if the hexes are in a straight line. When choosing a target, enemies prefer characters they can see. In this example, the giant rat on the right is closest to the penitent, but because that line of sight is blocked by the wall, the rat will target the witch instead. Note that line of sight is blocked if it even touches a hex containing an obstacle. From this position, the ranger cannot attack the enemy with her bow, because line of sight is blocked by the tree. With practice, you may start to recognize patterns emerging from the line of sight rules. For example, when a character is adjacent to an obstacle, then only some of the board will be visible. Notice that the boundary of visible hexes will be straight lines radiating from the character. Finally, note that large enemies use their front hex to determine their own line of sight. In this example, the large enemy doesn't have line of sight to the ranger, as it's blocked by the tree. In contrast, the ranger does have line of sight to the enemy's flank. That's the end of this video, but you'll find more line of sight examples in the videos about enemy movement, and on page 12 of the Encounter rulebook.